Real talk. She's so cool and she rocks. Italian County, name is Italian County. Let's go. She's so cool and she rocks. She's so cool and she rocks. Real talk.
Welcome to Real Talk with Derline Pierre Lewis. I am Derline Pierre Lewis, and tonight have I got a treat for you. I know you say that, I say that every time, but it's because it's the truth. I can't lie, it's Real Talk. So you're watching Real Talk with Derline Pierre Lewis, and my guest tonight is going to just have you floored. She's bubbly, she's fun, she's stern, she's intelligent, but she's got a heart of gold. And I don't know if I can share her with you. I might just have to keep her all to myself, but we'll see. We'll be right back.
SS Productions, association with Fort Jasper TV and WPBR, is bringing you Ralph Conde to I-9, a restaurant, on Saturday, January 27th. You don't want to miss it. For more information, call 561-577-7951 or call 561-255-3909. We are looking forward to seeing you. Remember, January 27th at I-9. You don't want to miss it.
So, you are watching Real Talk with Derline Pierre Lewis. You might be listening to our streaming at all the various radio stations that we stream on, and even online. If you have an opportunity to watch this, I behoove you. I am begging you, I'm pleading with you to watch this, because it's going to be a blast. My guest tonight is none other than Shirley Auxais. And listen, Shirley,
Yes.
I'm not going to tell them anything else. Let's just do this. Welcome to Real Talk, Shirley.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much. Real Talk.
Yes, Real
I've heard
Talk.
of Real Talk, and I'm
You're a little leery, like what are we going to talk about?
Well, you know what? From one Real Talker to another.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
you have nothing to worry about. Here are the rules.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about yourself. You're talking about who you love. You're talking about what you love and why you do what you do.
Okay.
And anything that triggers anything for you that you don't want to talk about, you just skip. Like I said, you're in the driver's seat. I'm just here to navigate you. I'm your GPS.
All right, cool. So, well, you know, from, like I said, one Real Talker to another, everything is on the table.
Yes.
I'm an open book. So let's do it.
Let's do this. Okay,
All
get
right.
back comfortable. I'm sure Helen's probably going to be mad at us for shifting.
That's cool.
So talk to me.
Ah.
Why did you agree to do Real Talk?
I'm a fan of Alan Daphnis, and I believe in his work. And he knows also, I think that he knows genuinely who I am. He knows my history, you know, where I come from, and I think he also respects me as also, just like you, a radio personality. And I also believe that he understands my heart, and which is why I'm here.
Well, that we only invite a certain group of people to Real Talk. So I'm not being braggadocious. I'm just saying it is an honor and a privilege, because when I had the opportunity to hear a little bit about you, and we had a little chance to talk before we tape the show, I'm like, Helen is just so phenomenal.
He is. He's awesome. And then I'm not stroking his ego because.
Oh, let's stroke his ego. The man's
I'm not an ego stroker.
Stroke it.
So, yeah, and then, you know, as a pioneer
Yes.
and I hate to call the HMI industry, and a pioneer in media.
Yes.
Period. And I don't
Yes.
only want to say Haitian media because
He's been across the board.
Exactly.
When he was in Boston, I think New York, Miami, so he's been across the board.
Right.
So as you say media, that's
media.
good.
And
We'll
I
stick
say
with
media because I don't want to clone him into Haitian media, because one of the things that I admire about him and the quality of his work and then what he brings to the table is that he doesn't, like, just because we're Haitian, a lot of people think that everything has to be mediocre, but he does not do mediocre work.
Yes.
And he brings so much to the community, so bravo.
Bravo. Kudos to Alan.
Yay.
Enough about Alan.
And now about us.
Now about us.
You know, that brought me, I had to collect myself because I don't know if you know, my sister passed away this past May, and then her whole thing, like when we, you know, I will call her and give her good news about something that I'm doing. And then like halfway through the conversation, she will go, okay, enough about you, now about me. So when you said that just now, I'm like,
It triggered that.
It did.
Let me tell you something. I believe in energy. I believe in chemistry.
right.
And Hallen knows there's certain people. I am a people person.
So am I.
I will be with you, but if your energy is so negative and you're going to suck me dry, I don't need that.
No.
So he knows certain people not to bring around me. Not that I can't do the job,
Right.
because I'm a professional at
Of
what
course,
I do.
of course.
But I'd rather these kind of energies because
I
we're just
appreciate that. Thank
dialoguing.
you. I appreciate you for that.
And when I
yeah.
met you, I was like, so bubbly. So Alan said, you're gonna love her. And I
He said the
okay.
same thing about you.
Yes.
And then another thing is that I am on a mini path
Okay.
of really, bringing together Haitian women and then bringing together, just putting us in a different light and then allowing us to be open and free and non-judgmental.
real.
Exactly. And then complimenting each other in what we
Yes.
do.
Yes.
And so many times, and if you're, especially, I don't want to say all women, because I really give two F's about all women. I'm concerned about our women. I'm concerned
yes.
about Haitian women. I'm concerned about the Haitian American woman when it comes to what we do and then how we
Yes.
can, collectively get together
Yes.
like this.
Yes.
So then that's really important
And
to
just
me.
elevate each other. Because we all have gifts and talents. So when I
Right.
meet people that say, oh, I don't have any gifts, I don't have any talents, I said, then why are you still breathing
Exactly.
on this earth?
Let's figure it out.
I said, can you cook? Can you do hair? Can you do nails?
Right.
You're well put together. So that's a gift right there.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
said, everything you can do can become a business. Because I'm pro-business.
Oh, me too. I'm pro. Let's stop clocking in, ladies.
Yes.
I'm not punch it for nobody.
And if you have to punch it to pay the bills until your business...
I'm not knocking that. I'm
Okay.
not knocking that. I'm
Yes.
not knocking that at all. No.
So there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like a lot of us women, we lose ourselves once we get married or once we have kids or once we have our profession.
Girl,
when I meet a
preach.
guy and I said, oh, hi, nice to meet you. Who are you? They don't say, I'm the father of this person.
yeah.
I'm the husband of this person. But women, we always leave
We
with
say,
that.
Madame Jacques,
Uh-huh.
Madame Pierre. I'm like, no.
So before you were Madame Jacques,
Who were
before you were
you?
Madame
Yeah.
Pierre, and that's what I have sons. So I
Right.
had to tell my sons, before I was your mother,
Right.
before I married your dad, I was Derline.
Right. And you
And
want to keep that, right?
I want to keep that.
Right. Okay.
But we have to have that balance as women.
it's important. I think it's important.
We don't take care of ourselves.
No, we don't. Well, you know what? That comes from a lineage of
Sacrificial.
yeah, and it's like I think that even when I in retrospect, when I look back at my grandmother, my great grandmother, they were all single moms, and then they always put everyone first. For
first?
example, like my great grandmother, there's a story, and I had the opportunity to to live with her and for her to shine,
That's
show love to me.
nice.
Everybody knows that le granissant like fait on manger, et puis toujours on manger qui rete.
In case somebody comes
yeah,
by.
and then so then let's fast forward to my uncle, which is her grandson. He always get toujours going to manger pour Madame Normil. And it's like, who's Madame Normil? There's no such Madame Normil. Madame Normil does not exist.
Oh, wow.
It's just that there's always a little food left aside for that person that just might pop up or show up. Yeah.
Especially in the Haitian culture, we don't always call ahead of time.
Nope.
And I have the hardest time going to my mom's house because
It's like,
there's always somebody she wants to introduce me
you need
to.
an invitation,
Yeah, and I'm totally the opposite.
Right.
Nobody just shows up at not even my mom. She can come to the house, but
Right.
she'll call me ahead of time, like if she's on the street. Oh, Dad, I'm gonna be on your street. I'm gonna come by to see you.
You're like, but I still have that. I still have that in my home. My friends know it, and I think that it's innate in Jean-Yote Edwin when it's like, toujours welcome. And then I guess we'll get into that because I grew up in when you go on whole exodus avec tout haïtien cap vini. And I refuse to call them the Biden people because
Yes.
that's on to me that's a
Another
derogatory
title.
term. Yeah,
It's
I don't like
thing
it.
with the Reagan.
Exactly.
And the what's the other president?
boat- yeah,
Clinton.
Clinton,
the boat
yeah.
people. Yeah,
No.
we're stigmatizing
I don't
them.
do that, and I don't do that for a
New
reason.
arrivals.
Exactly, I call them the new arrivals because I think that since I've been living,
Yeah, since you've been
since I've been
living.
living, so then there has been like different types. I call them exodus.
Yes.
So then we've had like I grew up when the boat people were coming in.
Okay.
You know, and then after the boat people came in, and then there was like another one. I forgot which one was it before that, and then now this is like a whole other group of people that are coming. And then when I take a look at that, I noticed that this group of people may not be as supported.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you a little backstory.
Okay.
When I was growing up, first of all, my parents, they didn't like file residency papers to come to the United States. The company came to Haiti back then, back in 1968, 1969. Yo rentre en Haïti puis ap chercher laborers pour venir travailler dans factory.
Okay.
In the Northeast.
Like they did in Jamaica and China and Japan.
It was in Haiti too. So les papas viennent ici, like yo bal kay, yo tout bal résidence, and they take two fil pour maman for her to come over here. And when he got here, he got a stipend for work.
Yeah.
Yo bali stipend pour travail, yo bal machine. They gave him everything. So now, fast forward a few years later, like in the I would say 70s and 80s, when they're trying to bring people over here. Somebody I'm 9 years old, people knock on the door. Malouve Portland, and there's like this random person, and they were like, and then I'll open the paper, it's like, okay, my dad's name is on here,
there, and his phone number,
there's a phone number on there, there's an address.
That's not like my mom's house.
I'm like,
who are you?
All of a sudden, Matan Entel is sleeping in my bed. I'm sleeping on the floor. You know, it's like, you know, and it was a natural thing. You know,
yes.
So let's fast forward to now, and I don't see the same. You know,
it's not the same.
No, it's not the same. And then
that new person coming in is sleeping on the sofa or sleeping on the floor. It's
don't have a place to sleep. What are you talking about? It's like they don't have a place to sleep, and then all of a sudden, has all an alternative. And I'm not saying everybody, you know, and then I don't want to.
Some of them do have alternative motives.
They do.
They want the person to come here and be their slave, be their servant, take care of their kids or whatever.
Something, you know.
Yeah.
And then and I get it, somehow, because là où ici, et puis les fini ou fait temps ici, et puis ou toujours avouer l'argent par moun nan, you know. It's almost like let moun nan rentre, it's like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
You know, like, are you bringing something? You know, now you gotta, it's almost like a repayment.
Yes.
And I think that.
But how they go about it should be better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's a tough thing. And then, and I'm seeing it and I'm living it and it kind of stings a little bit.
So how do we remedy that? Because I was talking to a doctor just before we came here, and she was saying she wants some form like of a community center. So when these people come in, so we can empower them with education, how to get your driver's license, how to do this, how to do that. But also how the person treating you, where you're staying at, how it's not right. And you don't have to stay there, because sometimes they come and they're staying at this person's house and they're not being treated right. But they can go out, they can go find other places.
I think that I don't think that it's too late, you know, for us to do those type of things. But I think that right now, gouvernement capable mettre un bagay in place, but gende fa nou pa espérer that it's really gonna happen. So then I think that my cousin called me the other day, and all 4 of his kids and his girlfriend are coming in.
Oh wow!
Yeah, at the same time he goes, sure. Ba konen si pou m kriye.
See him smile.
And it's the dead of winter.
Oh wow!
They're in New York.
Oh wow! We just saw the thunderstorm.
Girl, I was just there, so I missed it. But it's, you know, so it's like, I don't know, like, get if I. No, we do. You know, before we do the fiance visa, we do the spousal visa, nous voulons chercher maman and everything. But Biden was like, "Yo, fill application ça."
Even if you don't know the people,
yeah,
say I got you.
Depuis vous dites ça que vous capable payer pour you bring it. Side note, this is another form of slavery. I think
about it that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that this is them again hitting us over the head and dragging us here. Nous perdons un pile monde in COVID.
Yes.
We lost, and then the people that we lost to COVID, and then the people who decided not to go back to work because of COVID.
COVID, yes. We lost the workforce.
Exactly.
So they need people to work.
Exactly. So then why not squeeze? And then Sugares tous les 5 pays.
Yeah,
something is going on.
Yes,
you know.
all 5
why did they
countries.
just choose? You know,
Those 5 countries.
Exactly.
And when they've for so many years prohibited Haitians from coming, they shipped them right back.
all of a sudden,
Now they're
you want
opening the
us?
door.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but
I mean, you see the
come
writing
on.
on the
Yeah,
wall.
come on. And then what? So in 2 years, we're gonna rebuild your country.
Yes.
And we gotta take our
And then
butts
what?
back.
That's the part that I'm still unclear about.
Mm-hmm.
And I've spoken to a couple people that do that kind of application and stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
said, what happens in 2 years?
Well, we hope that like the Haitian person that comes here, and I can only speak Haitian because trust, the Venezuelans are coming, Ukrainians are coming, and then we have, we have people from Israel. So many different people are coming, but I'm only focused on the Haitian person. So, ça nous espère, c'est que nous get a fil papier dans 2 ans, and then we get to stay. D'ailleurs, when we look back, they don't want to be here. They were
Because they
chilling.
probably had their profession over there.
I know people that they'll call and say, oh, ma fil papier ba den nan pou. Say, no, merci, va vin faire bon aux États-Unis.
Okay.
I know people that will not come.
Okay.
They rather stay in Haiti, and then figure it out. So, just looking at it like that, but I really feel as though the ones who are coming are coming, to better their lives.
Yes.
There's a talk that I do, and it's called Bridging the Gap Between the Haitian Immigrant and Social Services.
Okay.
And then the whole topic is about how the Haitian immigrant is the backbone of the majority
Yes.
of,
Yes.
the metropolitan cities.
Yes. And we're just talking about that with healthcare.
Exactly, yeah.
We're 90%, if not more, are Haitians
Yep.
that are doing the HHAs and the LPNs. Some of them are not even reaching the LPNs, so
No.
they do HHA CNA.
Yep.
And they're getting paid lower,
yeah.
and then they're not even getting, oh my God, the
because
benefits.
because we just want to do the work, and then we want to do good work.
Yes.
I don't know any Haitian person qui vient ici depuis le fini, you probably like do their best.
Yes.
So then we want to always do good work because I think that's also
It's
innate
a work
in us.
ethic. I think it's in
Yeah.
our blood.
I
It's
think
in our
so.
DNA.
We want to be perfectionists.
Yes.
Ça fait nous pas parler anglais.
Yes. We're too busy working. We
Yeah.
don't make time to go learn the language.
No, it's not about learning the language. I think that we want to do it in such a perfect way. We want to have the accent. We
Oh,
wanna
you're
have
talking about
yeah.
the speaking English.
Yeah,
yes,
English,
yes.
like, we
because
wanna-
I've met people who, oh, you speak Creole to me. I said, let's practice the English.
Yeah,
you
just
speak
like, no,
English.
let's parler Creole.
Because they don't want to say it wrong. They don't want to say it
No.
incorrectly. They
No.
don't want to pronounce it wrong. I
Exactly.
said, but listen, if you have the fear, it's going to keep you paralyzed.
Oh,
you have
always.
to step out on faith and do it. And I said, the person who really wants to help you grow, if you say something incorrectly, the way they're going to correct you is not going to be with shame.
No.
You say, I was going over there. Oh, you were going over there?
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Very smooth, very simple.
Right.
And if you're smart enough, you'll catch it.
Of course. And that's one of the things that in my I don't allow shaming in my classroom, especially when we're doing this. And that's something that we do, and I think it's like a defense mechanism. We want to let's clown that person so they don't see my faults. And then I think that I say get salakayo kuteke. They like, you know what? Yeah, you don't know, but like what I don't know. And
Yeah.
that's how that works.
So they mask it.
Of course.
All right, wow. So we've covered a lot of topics. So we're about to take our first break.
All right.
But I'm going to recap.
Okay.
So we've talked about the connection with when I said something that connected you with your sister.
Yes.
And I like that. I'm sorry that I triggered it, but
No,
it's a
it's
good
cool.
thing
It's
because
cool.
it's
I don't
good
mind
to
talking
remember
about
your
it.
loved ones. Because
Yeah.
I still believe they're around us. The energy, the spirit is still here.
I like my candles.
Okay.
Yes.
And then we talked about how proud of people we are and how we want to do great work and how
Right.
we're very family oriented. But at the same time too, we've talked about what I was talking to you about earlier, how our parents don't talk to us. They just make decisions.
Yeah.
Somebody knocks on the door and I can tell you real quick, there was a bunch of people from Bahamas that was at the Chrome in Miami. And my mother heard about this lady that had a 2-year-old daughter and she was pregnant. My mother's like, oh, that could have been your aunt. That could have been so-and-so. So she
Did it end up at your house?
Yes.
Oh.
But my mother had a cleaning business, so she had the lady cleaning
Right.
until she had the
She put
baby.
her to work.
She
Right,
put her
right.
to work and she let her have all her money, but we got kicked out of our room.
Of course. The story of my life.
So I was laughing because it's like
Story of my life.
flashback.
Story of my life.
But you know what? We're going to be right back, and when
All
we
right.
come back, we're going to talk about you. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Real Talk with Derline Pierre Lewis. And it is an honor to get to know people, where they're coming from, their loves, their passion, their energy. As I told you earlier, you felt her energy through the cameras, through the radio station that you're listening to. We'll be right back. You're watching or listening to Real Talk with Derline Pierre Lewis.
All right, stand by. We're coming back in from I-9, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome back to Real Talk with Derline Pierre Lewis. As you can see, we are not in the studio.
This place is kind of dope.
Isn't it?
I like it.
We are on location at I-9, and I want to remind you on January 27th, what's going to be happening at I-9? Ralph Condé is going to be here, and we want this place like a can of sardine. We want people lined up. We want us to get very close to each other, get to know our DNA. I'm just kidding. Y'all know I can be silly, okay? So welcome back to Real Talk with Derline Pierre Lewis. I'm going to turn the camera around, and we're going to continue to have our conversation with our honorable guest, Shirley. Auxais.
You know why I have to say Auxais? It's Auxais.
Auxais.
Yeah, a lot of people want to say Auxais, Auxais, but my dad made it up, and he was very determined that our last name, people, is pronounced Auxais. Period.
Yes. But your name says a lot about who you are. I think earlier you introduced me to your daughter, and you told me her name, and I was like, ooh, that is so captivating.
Yeah.
And then you briefly told me the story, and I said, ooh, I know where that's come from.
Yeah.
We need to respect that. Like in the African culture, they have a whole naming ceremony.
They do.
They take that with pride. They don't just throw a name at you.
No.
Dieu vivant. We're talking about the
I know, right.
We're talking about all the different
Dieu
names.
donné. I was like, what did
Dieu
God
donné.
give him? I was like, he's poor. What did Dieu donné? Dieu, you're still not donating him. What's going on?
Dieu donné, to translate in English, is God giving.
Yeah.
Giveth.
God has giveth.
And I was saying to you, because we don't know, we may crack up and laugh and say, poor kid stuck with that name.
No, I don't.
But you don't know what that person went through.
No.
Maybe several miscarriages, or maybe, you know, and then they finally has this child. Like, oh, God has given me a blessing. And even in the Israel cultures, in the Jewish culture, the names have significant meanings behind
I think,
them.
and then I work with the Jewish culture a lot, and then their names come from someone who's passed.
Yes.
Or someone before them.
Yes.
You know, so it's like a grandfather or an uncle. That was
so it's
there
an
before them.
honor for them to give you that name to
Exactly.
continue the legacy.
Exactly.
Oh my God. So let's talk about you. I know you're doing a lot of great things in the community. I know you're a radio personality, and I know you have several shows. You are an engineer.
You read my bio. You said
No,
you didn't
we
read it.
talked about it.
Oh, you
I'm a
did?
great listener. Listen. Listen.
You said you weren't.
I am a
Yeah.
great listener. You said you did something with
I
hold on.
create.
You
No, go
create
ahead.
stuff. Okay, go ahead. Tell me.
Okay, so my background is in engineering, network engineering, and I left my daughter at the babysitter, which is why I became a teacher.
Okay.
I was working so hard in engineering that when I realized that I got a call on my way home to pick her up, and then on my drive, and then so I was so tired and exhausted on my way back, I just went straight home. And then
You
at
forgot
4
that you
o'clock in
didn't
the
pick her
morning,
up.
I woke up and I'm like, holy crap.
Oh wow.
So I jumped up, and as a mom,
Yeah,
you know, and
the
then
guilt.
her dad at the time, you know, he traveled a lot.
Okay.
And then so I run to the babysitter, and then she was like, Sofela. And I'm like,
My daughter.
she was like, Labdo me.
Yes,
You know?
yes.
And I was just blessed at the time.
You had
know,
a great person.
you know,
yes.
so I had this Haitian family. They were taking care of Rhea, and so I realized that was like my wake up
Yeah.
call. I was like, okay, you know what, you're working too hard. So yes,
working too hard.
But currently, fast forward,
Yes.
I had an awesome opportunity to create what they call like a makerspace engineering lab for kids.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I've been teaching for about a long time. And I think I've now, I'm in love with education technology, but education merges with technology, and I
That
think
is
that's
great.
really important.
Especially with where we're going as a people and how society is right
Right.
now. I think that's very important.
It's not for everyone, but I believe that an introduction
Yes.
is very important.
They won't
When-
know what they don't like until they try it.
Exactly.
Or been exposed to it.
Right. And then when pensé que like en Haïti ou réellement pas gain chance like for you to get into the engineering portion, parce que there's still a disconnect. Parce que like with the whole with technology comes electricity.
Yes.
We ain't got no electricity. So what computers are we turning on? What about the robot needs to be charged?
Yes.
You know, so
Yeah.
I
Your
get
robot
it.
will start talking and go, ugh.
However, you know, you do still see, you know, with just a regular cell phone and then the amazing things that kids are learning. So I realized that I had a $150,000 budget for a school. And they said, you could do whatever you want.
Nice.
I was blessed, you know, and then my girlfriend was a CFO. And then she said, $150,000, you know, she's white, she's Jewish, whatever, not her money. And she was like, "Ou ka fait ça vle?" And I was like, "Oh, really?"
Nice.
I was like, "You're gonna just sign." So I did it. Right here in Davie, Florida, is
Okay.
like a state-of-the-art makerspace innovation engineering lab, where we have they have like 3D printers, robots, you name it, I put it in there.
Nice. What age group?
I was teaching kindergarten through high school. So Pagé age
Wow.
group, kids,
You had the
people.
whole okay.
Yeah. And you know, and I wrote the curriculum and everything. But then one day, someone else from a church asked me to put something on for the kids. And then, you know, it was a small black church and everything. And then I put the same voucher so that they can go look for clothes to work.
Nice.
They leave with a certificate. So that's one project that RTJ Group is working on. The other project that we're working on is it's called Bridge. I call it the Bridging Series. So Bridging the Gap series, the first one is going to happen on February 10th, where we're bridging the gap between Haitian businesses, Haitian-owned businesses, and Broward County. So we're going to have like county officials, like the Office of Economic Development and Small Businesses is going to be there. Broward College
You
is
said
going to
it's
be there.
February what?
February 10th.
Okay.
Yeah, at the Broward College Library
Okay.
in Coconut Creek.
Okay.
And basically what it is, it's like to get rid of the whole us being scared of working for the government or working with the government, you know, and they're not going to come shut you down. And understanding how it is, and it's not that difficult. So then the Bridging the Gap series is really dear to my heart because I wanted some government funds. And we're going to have people there like Magdala Rudolph, she's an IT consultant. She's Haitian American. And she has her own, she's won so many cool contracts.
Nice.
We're going to have Smith Josaphat there, who's a local
Oh, good.
real estate agent there. And even I have my favorite tea mommy from the swap shop where I get my vegetables from. And she's gonna be there
that.
because she's a boss and she's an entrepreneur. And then she
Nice.
talks to her story about how, and then I just want us to come together collectively. One, to show Broward County like, yo, we're here.
Yes.
Look at where we're at.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
We run things and we
Yes.
put our mind to
Yes.
something and
we do it. We make
do
it happen.
And we're
Yes.
dope, you know?
Yes. And we're doing it with our own money.
We're not
We're not asking for grants. We're not
Exactly.
getting government contract.
No.
But what I said today on my show, on the radio show, is that there is funding available.
So
and when I look at the
much.
demographic, we're not even if they break the black demographic
We
to
don't
like
even-
Haitians, Bahamians, whatever, we're
Nope.
not even counting.
We don't touch it because, and it goes back again to my dad kicking out the principal of my school when he come in and said that, oh, she can go to any college she wants. We have a scholarship for her. My dad was like, I don't need
I don't
your
want your
help.
charity.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
I would have been,
your
trust
charity.
me, I would have been, I would have
Yes.
probably been a Kamala Harris by now,
Yes.
but
Real talk. She's so cool and she runs.